What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of NBA 2K23, the Michael Jordan Challenge. And today we're going to be doing the shot. Chicago Bulls at Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm excited for this one. Let's see, May 17th, 1989, Eastern Conference, first round, Game 5. The shot which knocked the Cleveland Cavaliers out of the 1989 Eastern Conference playoffs is one of the most iconic moments of Michael Jordan's career. Let's get into it. Duke Larry Nance correctly aimed the shot, win the game.
You know, when Michael Jordan is coming to town, you always wanted to get a good night's sleep, a good night's rest, something good to eat, because you know the next day Michael Jordan is in your building and he's coming to put on a show, and you have to compete against that. Game 5 was at our place, and you know, a typical game, Eastern Conference game, a physical game, it was like a back and forth thing, the shot. You know, everybody want to talk about the shot. Chicago kept fighting, MJ kept making plays. It's at the end of the game, and we going to the timeout, and everybody talking. I was like, Coach, I want to guard MJ. Like, I got to guard MJ. There's only one player that's getting this basketball, and that's MJ. He's like, we're going to put Craig Elo on there. I'm like, and he jumped up, and Elo jumps up. Elo stops, and MJ does this to Elo. Elo comes down, and he shoots it, and it was slow motion. And it was like, he's the guy that you want the ball in his hand late in the ball game, because he's gonna win most of those ball games by himself.
Himself? I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. 1989 NBA playoffs, first round, Game 5. Richfield Coliseum, Richfield Township, Ohio. Fourth quarter. Chicago 99. Cleveland 100.
My coach, Cleveland leads Chicago in rounds. What can the Cavaliers do?
The Cavs try to deny Jordan the ball. Eno with the steal.
Goodness, the Bulls throw it.
Okay, I don't know what I did. Okay, I think I was supposed to steal it. I'm not sure. Okay, let's try this again.
What can the Cavaliers do?
The Cavs try to deny Jordan the ball. Eno with the steal.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Coach, Cleveland leads Chicago in rounds. What can the Cavaliers do?
The Cavs try to deny Jordan the ball. They actually 2-on-1 him without the ball. Elo trying to catch back up. The shot's up. It's good.
Oh,
Michael
God.
Jordan.
Wow, Coach, a Game 5 winning shot.
I don't know how,
John
but I got it.
Collins off the bench, and the Bulls have won.
You can never, ever count Michael Jordan out.
Okay, that was, I will say, that was definitely a tricky one, because I didn't know what to do. It was just giving, like, didn't really tell me how to do anything. Okay, here we go. Shootout. Atlanta Hawks at Chicago Bulls, regular season. Two of the NBA's most spectacular dunkers and elite scorers in Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins go at each other, bringing the crowd to their feet with their awe-inspiring theatrics. Let's do this. Win the game, outscore Dominique Wilkins, score 40 points, hold Dominique Wilkins under 20 points. Man, that shot thing, like, that really got me.
Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of stunning Chicago. Close by Chicago Stadium for a much anticipated matchup today. Welcome everyone to Chicago. This is Kevin Harlan along with me, Clark Kellogg. We've got David Aldridge joining us from the sideline as we get set to watch the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, this should be a beauty.
You know, each of these teams, Kevin, has a guy who is in the running for the league lead in scoring. I'm, of course, talking about two guys that don't need introduction, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. Going to be a lot of fun watching these guys try to one-up each other offensively.
And Clark, beyond just Jordan and Wilkins, plenty of other talented scorers on each of these teams as well.
Kevin, you make a very good point. I mean, these are two impressive high-octane lineups, which I think could result in this score really getting run up in a hurry.
This should be one to remember. And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
Now, here is Webb. Here's Malone. Tries again. He can't get that one, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Pippen feeling it out a bit, and the pass to Grant. Here is Paxson. Offside Pippen, 6 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah.
You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree,
nothing.
the
Let's
winner
do
of
this.
that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. The two scoring leaders facing off. But to dig deeper, let's go to a guy who can dig as deep as any, David Aldridge. DA.
Thanks, guys. We know that Dominique and Jordan's scoring will probably be the big story of the night, but there's a lot more to these guys' games that could affect the outcome. With Wilkins, we've seen a new focus from him on improving his rebounding, and as always, Jordan's defense can be just as impactful as his offense. Guys, back to you.
You know, David, that's an interesting point, and I think you're right. It's not just, Clark, about scoring tonight. It's got to be a multifaceted game. Wouldn't you agree?
I certainly would, Kevin. Limiting your opponent's touches and disrupting their shot attempts and their offensive flow I think could be the real name of the game in this one. You just can't get it done with offense alone.
Oh, he's gonna, yeah, he's gonna make that.
His defense. We'll see if that's true tonight.
Yep, we'll keep an eye on that.
The number one objective.
They even have like the old school Mountain Dew logos. I love it.
Limiting Dominic Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
Second chance here.
Cartwright gets
Got
the
it.
bucket. Cartwright's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Unrelenting on the boards. Cartwright using that strength and size to get those second shot points.
Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making it all the way to the conference finals a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like these Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league.
Here's Jordan. Dominic Wilkins making his last shot there. Pippen the pass to Grant. And here is Cartwright. And he banks in the layup. Cartwright's got 6.
For a minute there, I thought
Cartwright doing a
I
nice
thought I
job
lost
there,
the ball.
finishing through the hit, persistence paying off.
Oh crap!
Pass to
Okay.
Koncak. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Wilkins. Bill Cartwright grabs the rebound. The Bulls leading by 4. Now here's Pippen. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Credit to these Hawks, Clark, for having a constant postseason presence these last few seasons.
3 straight second-round appearances, and then last year a tough loss in the first round. But I say don't let that fool you. These Hawks are a very competitive team.
They really are. Here's Webb after the Bulls pick up 2. Wasted no time on that one.
You know, if Webb finds an opening in the mid-range, he'll take it. The defense has got to keep him marked at all times.
Paxson passes to Jordan. Over Wilkins. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. All right, Clark, Wilkins and Jordan. A couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. Paxson passes to Pippen. Over Rivers. Pippen misses.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Rivers kicks to Wilkins. Over Jordan. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks. The Bulls leading by 4.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Tony. Willis is out there with Dominic Wilkins.
So the foul, and then we get one more at the line.
The center locking down the middle. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for Chicago, Stacey King, shooting 1.
Here we go.
Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no
come
denying
on.
that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like him. Chemistry between players and head coaches is
I tried to get the breakaway, but it wasn't.
You know how important that
couldn't get it.
connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Now looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to
crap.
stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start.
That was
for him,
me.
Kevin, in
That was my
regard,
bad.
but can he keep doing that?
Can't leave him wide
the
open like
entire
that.
game?
Right. Here's Armstrong after Moses Malone's score. And here's Armstrong. Jordan outside. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Pippen. Dominique Wilkins comes up
At least it
with
was
the rebound.
Pippen.
Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. The free throw drops for Rivers. And the Bulls making a change here. Purdue's checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Carr's checked in. Rivers hits both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's King.
Come on.
The shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady.
Now, here is Tony. Clock at 6. Pass to Rivers. From past the arc. And it's King with the rebound. Chicago leading by 5. Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks to obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
Here's Rivers following the basket by Michael Jordan. Rivers can't get it to go. Now the Bulls with it. King outside. Here's Pippen. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot.
So I don't really talk much during
when you look at the measurables of teams and
when I
players,
play this, but there's not really much to
standard for
talk
the
about. I
league.
mean, it's kind of hard to talk for
Explosively
4
athletic
quarters,
backcourt,
but
and then quite a bit of size down low too.
Now here's Rivers. Here's Wilkins. He can't hit that time. Jordan with some nice D. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Purdue.
how
There to push it to double digits, but
how
it's off
do
the
you
mark.
miss that?
Clark, we were talking about size. Both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Concac and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin. And then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10". So, hey,
I don't
there's
understand
no way
how
this game
you
is not going to be physical
can
in the
miss
paint.
that. I just
It'll
don't.
be a battle for sure.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. So for the Bulls. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Purdue. Hodges comes in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Paxson in for B.J. Armstrong. Livingston's checked in for the Hawks. Webb comes in for Tony. Rivers hits both of them. Here's Paxson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Jordan. Drives.
Oh, let's go.
Good. Michael's game goes to an even higher level when Atlanta enters this building. It's a rivalry that Jordan welcomes each and every time. Now here's Rivers. They grab their own miss. And yes, it's good. Rivers has got 6 in the quarter.
Doing damage inside. Rivers absolutely fearless. Loves to take it up in there.
Jordan against Rivers. A baseline J. Rebound Rivers.
That was
The
just
Hawks
terrible.
trail by 7. Nice move. And that's collected by Grant.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
The pass to Hodges. Atlanta with the
Okay,
rebound.
I gotta be
We'll
smarter
see
about
how
my
they play this.
shot
Yeah,
selection.
they could go 2 for 1 here or just try to get the best shot.
Back to Wilkins. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Bulls. King's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Grant. Driving inside. And the
There
dunk
we go.
by Grant.
That is Grant at his best, putting pressure on the defense there.
Now Webb. There's the screen. Here's Rivers. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. So welcome back, everyone, to the 3rd quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it.
Let's get this
And
3rd
here's
quarter
Jordan.
going.
He'll bring it up for Chicago.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important.
Why did I do
You
that?
gotta limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
Cartwright is out there with Grant. Then there's Pippen. Then there's Paxson. And it's Jordan in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Jordan giving these Chicago fans what they want with authority.
We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Yeah, both are fun to watch. Now, here's Paxson. Dominique Wilkins unable to get his shot to go. Count it. We're going over the numbers from the first half. Clark, Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first and second quarters combined.
A critical advantage partner that he worked really hard to get. Not all of his hoops were easy ones.
Right, you're right on that. To the middle. Here's Malone. And good coming off the assist by Spud Webb. 10 points for Moses Malone.
Boy, the hard worker that Malone is makes you appreciate it, especially close to the rim. He's a strong guy who usually overpowers defenders inside.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Not content to sit on this lead. I like it. Going right at him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Look at that again.
Willis, he checked in for the Hawks. Smith comes in for Doc Rivers. Free throw good, Jordan.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
Now, here is Webb. Feeds it to Malone. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Malone owns the paint area of the floor. Nobody coming in there messing with him.
You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's
These
not
guys are just
something
too
that
easy.
comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
P.J. Armstrong's checked in for John Paxson. And a change for the Hawks. Tony, he's checked in for Webb. The Hawks trail by 14. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about Clark everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree.
I got thrown off with the whole, like,
capable leader
defense and offense switching and all that. And that's what threw me off.
He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
Here's Pippen. Shot's good by Pippen. Pippen's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
Pippen showing you nice agility that time, working around tough defense, able to play through that contact.
And so here's Atlanta. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. Now, here is Smith. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. The feed to Malone. Over Cartwright. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
I got so lucky. He tricked me on that. He should have taken the shot, but instead he got called for the 3-second violation.
The Bulls leading by 14.
You see the coach getting mad at that too. Like, you had the shot, why didn't you take it?
And the shot is good. Jordan's got 19 points.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
Wilkins passes to Livingston. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Grant. Hodges checked in for the Bulls. Doc Rivers, he's checked in for the Hawks.
Oh, man.
Back to Smith. 6 to shoot. Jordan against Wilkins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, Wilkins gives you a lot of highlights, but this time showing you he can get gritty and get his hands dirty, absorbing the contact and still getting the shot in the air.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Wilkins. Both free throws good from Wilkins.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Jordan against Wilkins. Here's Hodges. And it's good for 2.
Really good focus there from Hodges. Gets the tough shot to go down.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 16-point game. Smith on the wing. Back to Rivers. Wilkins wide open, and he fires. The three-pointer off the mark. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 16. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
I like where this is going.
Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it. The Hawks trail by 16.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits.
That was
to come
just
up with
sloppy.
when his team needs it most.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Dominique Wilkins out there with Livingston. And it's Rivers. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Webb in at the 1 spot. A moment now to hear from David Aldridge. David, what do you have?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, before the game, when you ask the Hawks what will drive them, they say payback is a big motivator. Because when these teams
But they're
met
going
in
to say
April of
something
87,
else.
Michael Jordan scored 23 consecutive points in it and ended up with a Bulls single-game scoring record with 61 points. Back to you.
What a night. That sounds like a painful memory, though, Clark, for the Hawks. And they're going to have to deal with it.
You know, sometimes the painful memories like that are really great motivators going forward. They put some extra fuel in your tank of wanting to achieve more, and they keep you focused on pushing forward as you try to take down your opponent.
Yeah, these
We got
great
this
players
one in the
always look
bag.
for an edge, so that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Exactly.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. Chicago making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Koncak's checked in. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
Offensive screen set, out of bounds. Chicago ball.
The Bulls leading by 16.
You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA.
Okay, it
Good
is basically
veterans can
garbage
help
time for
young
us right
players
now.
set the
There's
tone
like
for the
nothing
rest of
else
their
to really
careers.
do.
Oh, that's a great answer. And Clark, as we come toward the end of this game, winding our way toward the finish line, the Bulls are doing all they can to limit Dominique Wilkins' production.
And it's working. They're making a strong effort to keep Wilkins from getting a lot of shot attempts.
Now here's Paxson. Following the miss by Moses Malone. 17-foot shot on the way. The Hawks trail by 19. As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're
Is it
so
our ball?
right.
Or is it Atlanta's? Okay, that answers that. It's our ball.
Paxson with the ball. Here's Cartwright. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Bulls lead by 21.
Nice job on the interior. Cartwright shoots a high percentage because he takes quality shots. He never forces bad shots. And going with the reverse on that slam. Nice.
Yeah, Clark, you could almost
What is
see
with
him
that run?
float in the air, like suspended.
Yep.
Now here's
Okay, I gotta be
Paxson.
careful. I don't want to accidentally lose the ball.
And it's denied.
Oh, you gotta
And
be.
they'll get another chance. They get it back. Here's Pippen. Well, it was only a matter of time, but
Third
they
time's the
finally
charm.
get the bucket.
You know, Pippen is about 6'8", but he's got the wingspan of a condor, using that reach to corral that rebound.
Yes, that goes in.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Paxson. Now here's Jordan. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright. Neely comes in for Horace Grant. Hodges checked in for Pippen. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for Paxson. Free throw good, Jordan.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Now, here is Tony. Out left to the wing. Carr, the pass to Smith. He kicks it to Tony. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. The 3-ball. Rebound by Neely. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Takes the 3.
Oh, that would have been perfect if I made that.
Hodges has gone 2 for 5 tonight. Stolen away. Armstrong with it. Now Smith defending. Oh, Jordan taking flight. Michael Jordan's presence felt by every fan in attendance.
The signature airtime of the one and only Michael Jordan going
His
upstairs
airness.
for the dunk.
Tony against Hodges. Pass to Carr. Willis with it. Over Purdue. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Passes to Neely. Outside, Jordan. Takes it inside. Lays it up off the glass.
What a way for them to finish the game. Closing it out with some terrific play.
The pass to Carr. Back to Tony. Pass to Livingston. Smith scanning the floor. And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the 2 stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with him and putting a lot of pressure on this Hawk squad. Well done by the Bulls.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Oh, that was a good one. For 40. So we got 2 out of the 3. I'd say that's a pretty good job. Tell me it's the dream team. Come on. I'm still waiting on that one. I'm still waiting. Ugh. Not there yet. How many? Okay, no, there's plenty more. Okay, still waiting on the dream team. Still waiting on that. We got like 2 years. We're still 2 years out from it, so could be the next game. Who knows? But 69 points. Get your minds out of the gutter. I know what you're thinking. But anyways, guys, that's going to be for the next episode. I was not expecting this one at all. I didn't realize it was going to be so short. But so we got two and one, so that's pretty good. So yeah, next episode we're gonna do 69 points. Giggity giddy, giggity goo. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.